Welcome to the Hotel News Now podcast network, part of the CoStar Group. This is the Next Gen and Lodging podcast, which examines trending issues in the hospitality industry, led by three dynamic hoteliers who are really shaking things up. Thanks for listening, and visit hotelnewsnow.com for the latest industry news every day.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Omari Head. I am the founder and executive director of the National Institute for Lodging Education. So I am one of the members of Next Gen and Lodging. And before I talk about who the rest of the founders are of Next Gen and Lodging, I'll talk a little bit about where we've come from and where we are today. So we started off doing podcasts, just kind of discussions one-on-one. That led into other people getting into the conversation. And that led us to this platform that we're here with now with Hotel News Now. So excited to see where this goes. And I will hand it off to Chris, who's going to tell us a little bit about himself, introduce himself, as well as what to expect from Next Gen and Lodging going forward.
Hi, my name is Chris Henry. I'm the CEO of Majestic Hospitality Group in Los Angeles. I have been a member here of Next Gen and Lodging with my two co-founders, and it's been an interesting experience over the last, 2.5 years now, I think, just about.
Oh, wow.
And Next Gen and Lodging is really focusing on the discussions that need to be had in the industry about how do we solve, let's say, DEI problems, diversity, inclusion, and diversity inclusion is what our big focus is on this, and getting discussions going between different groups, different employment groups, different user groups, different executive boardroom level groups, to have open and frank discussions on what we need to do to make the industry more inclusive, as well as more diverse at all levels of the industry. And I think one of our big focuses in this as minorities is to talk about how going up the ladder, climbing that ladder, breaking the glass ceiling is important to all of us and is the way forward for a holistically developed industry going forward post Black Lives Matter, post coronavirus, post economic crisis after crisis. So it's time for a fresh page. It's time for a new start, and let's get this ball rolling.
Hello. My name is Davonne Reaves. I'm the only woman here, so I'm holding down the fort of Next Gen and Lodging, right? 1/3 of Next Gen, president and founder of Davonne Group. We are a hotel consulting and investment firm, and I'm also the CEO of Investor, which is a crowdfunding platform where you can raise capital or invest in commercial real estate, including hotels. So yes, I'm proud to be a part of this initiative, this community that we're building. We came up with this idea. Actually, Chris does a better job telling the story, so I'm gonna try, and then he's gonna jump in and make it better. But we came up with this idea. We were actually on a virtual conference that occurred during COVID, and it was a hospitality conference, and we noticed that pretty much everyone looked the same, meaning majority all white men at a certain age, and it wasn't as diverse. And we were really the youngest people on there. Actually, it started with Judy. Give her a shout out. She reached out, and it was her conference, Long Live Lodging Stream. And she said, hey, we'd love to be a panelist. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do it without my friends in the industry, without Omari and Chris Henry. And it takes conversations like that to bring people to have the room look diverse and have the panels to look diverse, because we are the future of the hospitality industry. So that's why we came together and we put together Next Gen and Lodging. So stay tuned. We're going to go monthly with podcasts, bringing in different conversations, people, different backgrounds, different age groups. And we're going to come to you monthly. We may even come to you weekly live on LinkedIn. So just stay tuned for a lot of content. And we're looking forward to this partnership with Hotel News Now, bringing you great content from folks who look like us, folks who don't look like us, and primarily probably under the age of 40.
And I think the other important thing we want to touch on also is please get in touch with us. Reach out to us. We want this to be an open dialogue. We want to hear other ideas and perspectives. I think one of the big things of our initiative is that at this point, there is no wrong answer in getting the conversation started. We need to field all perspectives and all divisions and understand why people are coming at things from different directions, and how do we find a succinct, unified direction moving forward.
You can find us on Instagram, Next Gen Lodging. We're on LinkedIn. We'll also have our respective contact information as well, because as Chris mentioned, he's the CEO of Majestic Hospitality, which is a hotel development consulting firm. He's developed billions of dollars worth of hotels around the world. So I'll go ahead and gas him up because he doesn't do a good job of doing it. And same thing with Omari. He's a hotel broker who's transacted over $800 million in hotels, which probably equates to over 170 hotels. So collectively, we're all under the age of 40, and collectively, we've transacted or managed over $3 billion. And that's probably still on the low end in hotel assets. So even though to some folks, we may look young, we may seem young, but we still have a lot of experience and a lot of information to offer. So stay tuned, and we're going to be bringing our friends in the industry as well.
Well, Davonne, you're selling yourself short there now, is that you didn't mention that you are a hotel owner as well. And that's an important part to touch on, that you've got an additional level of perspective as, was it Hyatt's first Black female hotel owner?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Sorry.
I don't have a Hyatt yet. We're working on a Hyatt. If you're listening, we're working on it. I got to get a Hyatt, but I just launched Vesta. So the goal is to get more, to help folks raise capital so they can get their deals. But I do have, so I'm the youngest to own 3, youngest Black.
Big achievement.
Thank you for that. That's how we're all friends. We're here to help each other and to promote each other.
And looking forward to, as Davonne said, fresh content, fresh faces, and Chris talked about it, really looking at different perspectives. And one thing that we always focus on here is intentionality with those conversations, and specifically looking at things through the lens of intersectionality. Where people don't experience things just as a Black person. Davonne will talk about it at the intersection of a Black woman. We'll talk about people with various disabilities. We want to have the conversation about equity and inclusion also be inclusive. And that's a lot of what's been missing. And that's what the only way that for it to really be sustainable and moving forward and advancing our industry is to make sure that we're including everybody. And that's where a lot of people get scared, which is if you do it for one protected class, you kind of have to do it for all. But I think that we're a pretty sophisticated industry. We're smart enough. We're capable enough. Do we have the motivation to do it is what we want to challenge respectfully. So look forward to building this. And like Chris said, it's going to be communal. So reach out to us. Feel free to get in contact on various mediums, and we'll do our best to be as responsive as possible and also make it as inclusive as possible. If you have interesting perspective that you want to share and you want to be a part of the show, and you think that that's a good venue for you, let us know. We want to communicate with you. If you have a topic recommendation, maybe you don't want to be in front of the camera, that's okay as well. Please reach out to us.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was just the introduction of relaunch of Next Gen Lodging. We will see you all next month